Here's something your doctor probably hasn't told you. After 40, the real reason most people gain weight, feel exhausted, and can't think clearly has almost nothing to do with eating too much. It comes down to one single mechanism happening inside your cells right now, and it's called insulin resistance. Let me break this down in a way that will completely change how you think about your body. Insulin is a hormone made by your pancreas, and its job is to act like a key. It unlocks your cells so glucose, which is sugar from food, can get inside and be used for energy. Simple enough. But here's where it gets dangerous. After years of processed food, stress, poor sleep, and the natural hormonal shifts of your 40s, your cells start ignoring insulin's signal. The key stops working. So your pancreas panics and pumps out even more insulin, trying to force the door open. This is called insulin resistance, and research from Stanford University published in 2019 estimated that 88% of American adults have at least one marker of metabolic dysfunction, which includes insulin resistance. That number should terrify you. Now here's what that actually feels like in your daily life. You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. You get an energy crash around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. You crave sugar and carbs constantly. You're gaining fat specifically around your belly and lower back even though you're not eating more than you used to. You feel foggy and irritable before meals. These aren't random symptoms. They are the textbook signs that your cells have lost sensitivity to insulin. The H factor is enormous here. A landmark study from the New England Journal of Medicine in 2016 found that insulin sensitivity naturally declines by approximately 13% per decade after age 35, even in otherwise healthy people who maintain their weight and exercise regularly. That means by age 45 your insulin system could already be operating at 87% efficiency compared to your younger self, and that gap compounds every single year you don't address it. Here's the dangerous part most people miss. High circulating insulin, which is what you get when your cells resist it, actively blocks fat burning. Your body literally cannot access stored body fat for fuel when insulin levels are elevated. This is why people in their 40s cut calories and still don't lose weight. They're running their metabolism on a broken system. The cells are starving for energy while fat sits locked away. There's more. Chronically high insulin drives inflammation throughout the body. Research from Harvard Medical School published in 2021 found strong correlations between elevated fasting insulin and accelerated cellular aging, cognitive decline, and increased risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even Alzheimer's, which some researchers now call type 3 diabetes because of its deep connection to insulin dysregulation in the brain. The good news, and this is genuinely exciting, insulin resistance is almost entirely reversible through lifestyle changes. A 2023 study from the University of Michigan showed that just 12 weeks of specific interventions improved insulin sensitivity by up to 40% in adults over 40. So what actually works? First, time-restricted eating. Compressing your food intake into a 8 to 10 hour window gives your insulin levels time to drop down to baseline, allowing your cells to reset their sensitivity. Second, resistance training. Skeletal muscle is the largest glucose sink in your body. When you build muscle, you create more storage capacity for glucose, reducing the burden on your insulin system dramatically. Third, and this one surprises people, managing your sleep. A study from the University of Chicago found that just 4 nights of sleeping 6 hours instead of 8 reduced insulin sensitivity by 30% in healthy young adults. Imagine what chronic short sleep does to someone over 40. Fourth, reducing ultra-processed carbohydrates, not all carbs, specifically the refined ones that spike blood sugar rapidly. The glycemic load of your diet matters far more than total calories when it comes to insulin. The single most important number you should ask your doctor to test is your fasting insulin level. Not just fasting glucose. Not just HbA1c. Fasting insulin. Most standard panels don't include it, but you can request it specifically. An optimal fasting insulin is below 8 microunits per milliliter. The average American in their 40s is sitting at 15 or higher and has no idea. If you're over 40 and you've been fighting your own body without results, this is the mechanism you've been missing. Fix your insulin sensitivity and almost everything else gets easier.